Hi, in this video we're going to talk about how to do a VLOOKUP. So a VLOOKUP is very useful. Say you have two columns of information, you want to combine some information. So I have items from this column, I want to match up with items from this column. And if the two columns are unequal and you can't lay them next to each other easily, you can do a VLOOKUP. For example, I might have the inventory from store 1 in column C and inventory in store 2 from column H. So I want to bring the 71 pieces for item 2013 up over here next to item 2013. So when you want to actually connect data from two columns that are uneven, a VLOOKUP is a quick way of doing that. So the first thing I would do would go to Formulas, Insert Formula, and then I would type in VLOOKUP to search for it, and it's already at the top of my list. So I would do a VLOOKUP, which basically stands for vertical lookup. So we're looking up in vertical columns. There's also an HLOOKUP, which is a horizontal lookup. So I'm going to put that in here. And then it opens up this argument box. So the first value I'm going to be looking for is I'm going to be looking for the item. That's my identifier. And then the table array, which would signify the vertical columns I want to search in, would be the columns I'm trying to compare to. In this case, the sort of pink columns. And the index indicates which column I want to grab the number from. So here, 1, 2. So it's the second column. You always include the column with the identifier. So I want to pull in the information from column H, which would be in our table array. There's only 2 columns, so I want column 2. Now with the lookup, the range lookup, here we would want to put in false, which is going to say you need an exact match. And typically you would want an exact match. You could put 2 and that would look for true or omitted if it's not there. So false is a more commonly used range lookup value, and that's going to make sure it's a identical, perfect match. Okay, so here you could see that it pulled in the 71. This is the 2013 item that I'm trying to match up, and I'm trying to bring the inventory up here. Now, once you create your range, you should go in and you want to highlight and change this G1. You want to fix it, because if I copy my range lower, if I double click in the corner here, I can just bring this to every cell. You'll notice how it goes from G1 to G2 to G3. Now this isn't good because you don't want, it's lowering the range on you. So you want it to start at G1 always. So I'm going to go in here and put in $signs in front of the G and the 1 to fix it. Make it a fixed position. I can also do that for the bottom end of the range, make that a fixed position. Okay, so now when I copy this lower, and you'll see I'm going to copy this lower, and now it's going to fix the G1 will not change. It will always be the range I indicated by locking it down, and that helps with when lists are uneven. You may get to a point where the item you're looking for is going to now be out of your search range if you let the beginning of your search range drift. Okay, so now I could just say total inventory, and I could add store 1 and store 2 together, and then I have my total inventory. So that's a quick way to compare information among sets of vertical columns where you're trying to combine information where you have an identifier like an item number, part number. Okay, I hope this was helpful, and I think you're ready now to try your own VLOOKUPs. Good luck. Remember to like and subscribe.